I'm Harlem Eubank. I'm a professional boxer, 11 fights, 11 wins, and we're here at Boxing Booth Gym under the Adam Booth stable. I've always been interested in combat, so I started boxing pretty late. I picked it up at 18. From there, it was kind of the hardest thing I'd ever done. Jumped in the ring and started sparring. I was always kind of keen to just jump in and experience it. I was always kind of the mind that, how do I get better at this? Like, how do I make it so it is comfortable rather than being so hard as it was when I started? So it was always just a case, I want to be comfortable in the boxing room. 5 years is a pretty long time in boxing, but I think within the next 3 years I see myself as world champion, and then the 2 years after that, the sky's the limit. Like I say, I started at 18, so I know it's a crash course. I know I've got to put in more work than anyone else, because most people start when they're very young, so they learn, they pick up a lot of the technical aspects of the sport when they're much younger. So I've got more work to cover than anyone else. So I know that in the back of my mind, that drives me to push forward and push harder than the people around me. I was training as an amateur at Brighton and Hove Boxing Club, and I would come up to Adam's gym and spar, and just to gain experience. I was always keen to develop, so it was great to be around Chris and Adam and learn and spar new people and pick up new skills and take some beatings along the way and learn from them. A few years later, I went back up to spar some of Adam's new professionals, and from there just the relationship took off, and that's when I started to train with Adam as a professional. Adam's very, very, very smart, great at picking up the little details, and it's the little details in boxing which kind of mean a lot. It takes a certain eye to pick up the little things that you can tweak to transfer into a big difference in your style and the way you fight. So it's, personalities click beautifully. You need people that are really, trying to work hard, and everyone's got their goals and they're driving towards them. You need that in the gym. You need to see people when you see people alongside you that are driving towards their goals and working intensely towards them. It picks you along, it drags you along with them. So if there's a day when you're not feeling it or whatever, you're gonna work hard regardless, because you're seeing people around you doing the same thing. So yeah, you can't be the odd one out when everyone that's in the gym is working hard and driving to achieve great heights in boxing. Obviously, Chris Senior and Junior, I've seen being motivated by Senior and people talking about him when I was a kid, and I still didn't really understand what he'd achieved in boxing until I'd watched it back, because I was too young at that time to obviously see it in person. But watching back the tapes, that's definitely inspiration, and then seeing Junior achieve his success in real time, and obviously then training alongside him and seeing the intensity he works at, that was kind of a real life, this is how you need to apply yourself if you want to achieve in boxing. So them two for sure. Then the greats of boxing, just people that inspire you to get into the sport with explosive, fast twitch movements, and you kind of think, how do they do that? Guys like Roy Jones, Junior, Sugar Ray Leonard, Pernell Whitaker, Meldrick Taylor, the old school guys, Floyd Mayweather, that really just, you watch them and you're kind of in awe of how they perform certain skills. and they inspire you to practice them and go in the gym the next day and try and figure out how they achieved that, how they done that. So yeah, them guys kind of inspire you to work hard and try new skills and try and emulate what they have done. Best characteristics, I would say agility, athleticism, and willingness to learn and pick up new skills, and just being aware in the ring and switched on mentally, because it's a chess game as well. So it's kind of using your mind to unlock your athleticism, and I would say they're two of my strengths. So I'm in the gym every day. So a training camp for me, I'm always training at good intensity. The training camp for me is more so when I add the runs in, it becomes more of a structure. But in terms of the technique and boxing, I'm in the gym, every day, learning the craft, and that's why I say it's a lifestyle for me, because I'm in boxing to develop to the highest my potential can carry me, and to do that I need to be in here as much as I can be to get to that height as quickly as I can. As I say, I'm a late starter, so I started at 18, so I'm just trying to learn this game as fast as I can, while not rushing, the process. So I've been in the gym every day since I started, and the camps are more so to get that sharp fitness before a fight. So, in the build up, in say the 4 to 6 week build up before a fight, and I'll be adding more runs in and focusing more on the calorie intake and stuff like that. But in terms of the boxing gym, it's pretty much the same, maybe a little bit more sparring in build up to fights, but very similar throughout. Yeah, so I'm fully plant-based, been plant-based for about 6 years now. And yeah, I mean, it's purely for me, for health reasons, and I believe it boosts, it's boosted my health. I can only talk from personal experience, but it's just, you feel much cleaner and lighter in your body, and the recovery time between sessions and is a lot better. Sometimes you can get lazy with it and draw for the quick stuff, but that's where I have like my Raw Sport shakes on hand just for a quick dose when I haven't got time or can't be bothered to cook up a big meal. So there's options for quick stuff, and you can still do it in a healthy manner as well. I think you've just got to focus on what you're doing. You can't control how you'll be thought of by other people when you're finished. I think you can't really think about that. When you're in it, you've just got to focus on what you're doing, enjoy what you're doing, and try and achieve what you came into the sport to achieve. And anything else, I think, is out of your control. How people think about you, everyone will have different opinions of you. That's out of your control. So I think just come in, enjoy it, and achieve what you want to achieve. Take from the sport what you want, and leave the best imprint you can. It's the feeling you experience when you're in that ring. It's you and another man, and you're going to test yourselves against each other, see who comes out on top. That's very hard to experience in any other field. The whole build up to the fight, the fight, butterflies or whatever, that moment, after the fight when you've performed and you've carried out the game plan and the technical aspects of the fight, along with the physical heat you bring, it's all worth it. At the end in that moment when your hand's raised, there's no feeling like it. That's definitely the best bit about being a fighter.